How you doing? I just did a very interesting thing. I just deleted the last video that I did because it had unnecessary background noise in it. And I'm pretty sure it was unnecessary because I forgot to turn the volume down on my phone when I took the phone to the other room while I was making, and it was playing that video. Well, I was getting ready to do this video. So, you may not understand that. I'm not sure how many I've done today, but it's been a couple. So, I might just do what is called death by chocolate. This is a dessert thing. There's no morality here. When you hear the ingredients, the list, trust me, you'll understand there's no morality here. I won't make this dessert. Well, I won't make it for my own consumption, but, I could make it at a Christmas or a Thanksgiving thing. So basically here, let's just have at this, and let's say, no morality here, children, on this one, okay? 4 Dutch chocolate cakes. 4. I do a little tricky thing that perhaps some people haven't quite tweaked to, and that is I don't mind making a chocolate cake with a chocolate cake mix. Well, it's fairly efficient, and it's not bad. It's not quite moist enough, so I take half a cup of oatmeal, and I mix in that when I'm doing the individual cake mixes. Okay, Duncan Hines, Betty Crocker. It really doesn't matter, because when I'm done with these 4 chocolate cakes, you wouldn't know what brand name they were, and you wouldn't care. So 4 of them. Truly a special occasion. I'd probably get 12 to 15 score bars. Regular, not so special, 9 would do. And I take those and I open them up and I put them in a couple of freezer bags, and I take a muck-two and beat the ever-loving blazes out of them, and I crush them. And then I want one real chunk of Dutch dark chocolate that I will shred on a cheese shredder. And I don't know what to call it, because, gee, I'm a rancher. I'm not a cook. But I do know what is good. And I would shred quite a chunk of chocolate. That's for the topping on the dessert. I would take 2 minimum quarts of whipping cream. And I wouldn't be in a big rush to whip that until cakes are all done and cooled off. I would take 6 packages of Dutch chocolate pudding. And listen, if you want to go through the work and the effort of doing with heat, it's worth it. Okay, the difference is worth it. I mean, you can use regular Jello type Dutch chocolate pudding, and you can shoot. I probably wouldn't have to spend too long, and I could figure out how I could make my own chocolate pudding. I sure know how to do a flapper pie. I'll tell you that. What damn? Sorry. Graham crackers, graham crackers. Flapper pie. Well, we're on Death by Chocolate. So we have, let's say, the score bars, the Dutch chocolate. We have 4 cakes that we have baked with half a cup of oatmeal in each cake mix in order to enhance the moisture content in the cake. Okay? It's good for you anyways. I would take all those cakes individually and cut them in squares, probably 2 to 3 inches, and in the trays. That's what I do. I have them all lined up on my left side when I'm doing this abomination of caloric intake. I can't remember the last time I built one of these, but the word built is the correct terminology. Trust me. And when I had all the ingredients. And P.S. Any time that I use vanilla, I use pure vanilla from Kirkland. I think it's $39 a bottle. It'll last a long time. I was in Mexico, 1976, and we crossed the border into Matamoros. We crossed over at Brownsville. And someone had said, if you ever get near Mexico, buy a bottle of Mexican vanilla. It has a distinct flavor. I saw these 26-ounce bottles, very dark green looking bottles, and it said vanilla on them. I asked the lady, I said, wonderful Mexican lady, oh dear Lord, I enjoy eating Mexican food. I don't even mind preparing it. I don't follow recipes. I don't like them. I don't like reading verbatim either out of my Bible on the radio or on the video. I like to give my own inflection. But anyways, I bought a bottle of this vanilla, $1.50. Dear Lord, can you imagine the money you could have made if you had bought 10,000 bottles of vanilla in 76, sold it now? When you pay $39, and it'd take 5 of them to fill up a bottle that size, 540s, pretty much $200. You certainly would have, when they cost back then $1.50. Well, that's called profit. Storage may have been a problem. Investing a couple of $1,000 probably, it would have been well worth it. So, hey, here. I'm on track. So, you cut the cakes. You get the first few pieces loosened in each tray and maybe set them on top so that your production level would be pretty good. You take all the chocolate puddings that you built, whether you made them hot, you cooked them, or whether instant. A person driving by probably wouldn't notice. You probably wouldn't notice either, but you might. I probably would. You start with a layer, and I don't mean shoulder to shoulder. I mean you take half a cake and you just kind of gently drop it into the bottom of it has to be a large bowl, children. And hopefully you remembered to whip the whipping cream and didn't get it too thick, but thick enough. That's where the vanilla comes in. I'll tell you, I like to add a little vanilla, real vanilla, as I was saying. And so you do a layer of cake, and then it's your creative touch thereafter. You can cover the whole first layer with whipped cream, whipped cream, okay, and then another layer of chocolate after you reach your hand into that bag of 12 to 15 score bars that are crushed, and you lay a pretty good layer over the chocolate or the whipped cream, whichever you put on first over your cake. And then you put the remaining. So you have chocolate cake, you have whipped cream, and brown chocolate, dark chocolate pudding. Sequentially, it doesn't matter. This too shall pass. But it will leave a reminder around your waist that it had been there. Trust me. Calories. Oh, dear Lord. And you just continue to layer until you get to the top. And you better get all those cakes thrown in there, chunks, 2 to 3 inch, doesn't matter, and cover every one and soak it, everyone, with chocolate pudding and whipped cream and a layer of score bars, whatever. Geez, I don't want to get emotionally involved here. I gain weight just thinking about it. Now, you get up to the top, and this bowl better be see-through, okay? I mean, let's not kid ourselves. I think this is called lust for food. Well, it sure could be. That's why I won't make it anymore unless, well, I don't think any of my family, sons, grandchildren, maybe they'd be the only ones that could afford to eat like that. But nonetheless, build a layer, and then build a layer of loosely placed, not shoulder to shoulder, not flat. Don't want that. Want some real kind of brokenness there, and your last layer of chocolate cake, and then you want to hide that chocolate cake. You want to take all the rest of your score bar material and lay that on that chocolate cake, and then hide the chocolate cake in whipped cream. And then, remember that Dutch chocolate, dark Dutch chocolate that we spoke of earlier. Sprinkle with a blessed ladle, for all that matters, because you're not dealing with intelligent, healthy living here. You're going to get bigger. Okay, so think about that before you think about making it. Just saying, it's going to happen. And you cover the top with as much shredded Dutch chocolate as you can. And then you get 2 big serving ladles, spoons. Metal ones are better because you're probably reaching into a bowl of pudding that's probably 12 to 14 inches deep. and a glass bowl that should be pretty, pretty wide across the top, and you have to be able to look at the crap. And then ask God to forgive you for doing such a foolish thing. Ergo, the name Death by Chocolate. Golly, children, I won't eat the crap. Oh, because it's so good. It's so good. I've had friends say, oh man, you have got to try this dessert. Oh, it's as good as creme brulee. Hey, I can make that crap, children. Pretty good job of it, too. But my friends will say, you ought to go to so-and-so restaurant. Oh, it's going to cost $1, man. But it'll be the best food you ever ate. And I ask myself many times, why would I do such a stupid thing? It's like me going to look at the newest Corvette. Well, I can tell you a lot about the newest Corvette. It has a 500 horsepower engine or something, maybe less. But it can go from 0 to 100K, or as I think of it, 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2.9 seconds from a standstill. Think about that, children. I will not go look at it, something like that. And I will not go to a restaurant to have once something that is so good but so expensive that I can't afford it. There's a reason for that. I want to learn to live within my means. Also, I want to learn to live within my means of healthy living. It used to be that, well, I do have a couple of people watching from down in the States, but it used to be that Canadians were pretty fit. Well, we were pretty fit because we had to work. We were pretty fit because, well, some people cared about being fit. But nowadays, I don't think there's much difference between the average American, shall we say, who is overweight, and the average overweight Canadian. So this is the last decadent dessert I'll throw your way. I will, quite possibly, give you, well, I could give you quite a few recipes because I've gotten creative over the years. Do you think I'd look like this if I weren't somewhat, shall we say, creative? Well, possibly, but I'd be living on the street. So, I am going to wrap this up. Morality? Okay. Tiny bit. Don't eat more than you need. Some of you have children watching. You don't want a 10-year-old kid weighing 245 pounds. Think about moderation. Think about good food, possibly. Apparently there's a little place out at Anzac, not too far from here. I was going to go there back in August and have fish and chips. I think it was on a Thursday. Apparently they have the best fish and chips in the world. I don't think so. I eat at a little restaurant just north of Belfast, and they were award-winning fish and chips. And you want to have something that gets your blood pumping a little more than food, okay? Okay? God bless you, eh? Listen, if you're in a place where you feel perhaps you might be a bit heavier than what would allow you to run from someone who is trying to kill you for, say, a mile down the road without having a heart attack, do something about it, children. Okay? Just saying. God bless you, eh? I might do the chicken fajita thing another day. Oh my word. But it's healthy. I guarantee you that. And the thing to remember, when you actually are full, your stomach takes about 20 minutes to let your mind know, hey, don't send anything more down here. There's no room. We're going to blow up. God bless.